Have you been watching Zebec Network lately? Where is it really headed? Are we going to see a huge breakout, or is this just another trap for traders? Today, we're breaking it down from a higher time frame perspective, looking at everything carefully so you understand what's coming. Stick with me because this is really important for anyone holding or thinking about investing in this legendary crypto. All right, so overall, Zebec needs to make a choice sooner rather than later. If you're wondering what I mean, let me explain. When we look at the technical analysis, there are multiple ways to interpret things. Nothing is ever 100% accurate. But the key is when multiple perspectives show the same overall picture, the message is the same. And that's what we're seeing with Zebec right now. Starting with the weekly view, if we draw this support line, we can see that we're touching multiple zones here, 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 almost here, here, and almost here. Generally, this is a very strong line of support. It's fantastic to have. If we go back and redraw the line cleanly, you can see it more clearly. Boom, there it is. Again, multiple touches confirming the strength of this support. Now, looking at the highs, if we draw a line through some key points, the highs from May, the highs from the beginning of August, the highs from the beginning of October, and even the more relevant highs from early to mid-January, we see a consistent pattern. We're touching these points repeatedly, which means something important is happening. But what does this tell us? Well, it shows that we are creating a triangle pattern, and it also tells us that Zebec will have to make a choice soon because we are consistently respecting this floor around 0.002, 0.021. Of course, it could go upwards of 0.023 or downwards to 0.0899. But in general, the bigger picture shows that this is a major support level. If we look at daily charts, it's almost perfect. You could debate drawing it slightly differently, but the overall picture remains consistent, and that's what matters. The message is clear. Zebec has to make a decision, and we're probably looking at February or March before the ultimate move happens. Now, for me, I always consider the possibility of downside manipulation very high. These bottoms could get swept, similar to previous situations where we had to make a decision, broke down, but then reversed upwards. Market makers often do this. They want to see panic selling and traders getting shaken out before a strong reversal. It's how the market works. Looking from different perspectives, mid-March seems to be the furthest for a major move. Other perspectives suggest the end of March. And from yet another view, a diagonal upward trend could push the decisive action to mid or late February. So depending on the perspective, there's roughly a 1-month gap. But the overall picture is the same. Zebec is running out of time. It's also possible that for the rest of this quarter, the price goes sideways for a while, maybe manipulate slightly, and then in the start of Q2, we could see huge expansion. That's when the cycle shifts from corrections and sideways movement into what I call the second phase of reversals, reclaiming previous territories. To summarize the phases I see, phase 1, pump and expansion. Phase 2, the big correction or sell-off, the longest phase. Phase 3, recovery to the upside, reclaiming previous price points, faster euphoric movement. Phase 4, expansion beyond previous highs, similar to how we've seen before, but potentially longer sideways consolidation before the next big move because more money is involved. If you're looking to buy or invest in Zebec, patience is key. Everything should start changing for the better in the next 2 months maximum, based on all perspectives. The charts are showing that time is running out, and we are getting squeezed into a decision point. Even if we draw the trend from different bottoms and tops, the same picture emerges. Mid to late February or early March seems to be the decisive moment. No matter which way you slice it, Zebec is going to explode sooner rather than later. Let's talk about the 2.5 cents target. If we consider the phases, we expect first, the pump. Second, the long correction or sell-off. Third, recovery to previous highs. Fourth, expansion, the next big move, potentially over 2.5 cents. If we take it from the beginning of the pump to the top, the 4.236 Fibonacci expansion level, which Zebec has hit before, comes to about 2.5 cents. It's a high probability target based on past behavior. That doesn't automatically mean selling there. Context matters. Are we in altcoin season? Are we just expanding? That's very important. Looking at yearly charts, last year gave us a solid candle with a big rejection, and we saw institutional behavior forming. On the 6-month chart, nothing dramatic. On the 3-month chart, we're rejecting off a current order block. Monthly is still fairly bearish, with no clear order block candle yet, so lower points may be tested soon. Weekly structure is weak, which could indicate a sell candle next week. Bottom line, Zebec Network is poised for a critical decision in the next 1 to 2 months. Whether we see a shakeout first or sideways movement, the setup is there for a potential breakout toward 2.5 cents, following the classic 4-phase cycle of pump, correction, recovery, and expansion. For anyone holding or watching, the next couple of months are crucial. Watch closely, understand the phases, and plan accordingly. If you're invested in Zebec, now is the time to pay attention. The next big move is coming, and the phases are lining up perfectly. Don't miss it. Disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing in any cryptocurrency or financial asset.